The third lesson in our homeschool class will focus on color and light. You can review the color wheel that we made in lesson 1. If you haven't made a color wheel yet, you can figure out how to make one by watching the first lesson on my channel, all about the color wheel and grouping colors for toddlers. After you review the color wheel, pass out some of the sensory bottles that you've made. If you don't have sensory bottles, you can use scarves, Play-Doh, anything with colors that can give your kids an extra dimension on their learning while we review color and light. Pass out the materials and begin with your first book, Mix It Up. We read this book in lesson 1. There's no harm in reading it again for your toddlers today. Once again, Mix It Up is a fantastic book that's all about mixing colors. Your toddlers might play with the sensory bottles at this time. That's perfectly fine. They're making connections with mixing the colors and how colors move. Once you've finished Mix It Up, take a break and get your toddlers on their feet. I've written a little song called the Rainbow Song. It goes to the tune of Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. Red and orange, yellow and green, blue and violet, watch them gleam. All the colors that we know live up in the rainbow. Red and orange, yellow and green, blue and violet, watch them gleam. You can come up with a variety of movements for your toddlers to do while the song is being sung, like marching, twirling, waving their arms. Get their yayas out before the next book. After that's done, have them sit back down with their sensory bottles and begin the book, Mouse Paint. Mouse Paint is another wonderful book, all about color mixing. Ours is the bilingual version, so it has the Spanish translation at the bottom. It's all about mice that dipped into the primary colors and go on an adventure learning how to mix colors. Now this might seem like a repeat of the lesson we did in the week 1, color mixing, but this lesson is more about reviewing and refreshing the idea of colors in your toddler's mind and allowing them to experiment with it and use different types of light to see how it changes their perception of the color. It allows them to see color in a different way. When you're done with the lesson, have your toddlers bring up their sensory bottles one by one and put them back in the basket. From there, we can begin the craft.